South Park parody uncovers Meghan's yacht girl past. I never imagined a flimsy classroom printout could explode an entire weekend. But that's exactly what happened when my red-faced friend burst through the door waving so-called evidence. The picture looked like it had been rescued from a sun-bleached hard drive. A champagne-soaked deck, gold railings, and a woman who resembled a pre-royal Meghan with almost spooky precision. Rumors about luxury summers and whispered introductions had drifted around for years, yet seeing an actual image, any image, yanked the story out of late-night gossip and dropped it straight into high-definition reality. Everyone wanted the same thing: proof or impossibly perfect forgery. Either answer felt combustible. Within hours, the internet's detective squad sprinted into action. TikTok creators looped earring angle breakdowns, subreddit threads measured shadow lengths, and one analyst used AI to age-regress Meghan's face until it adhered to the mystery woman like an augmented reality sticker. A viral comment declared, "If this isn't her, the lookalike deserves an award," pulling 50,000 likes before lunch. Hashtags multiplied, each more dramatic than the last, and countdown memes joked about how long Kensington Palace could remain silent. Nobody was chasing facts, they were chasing adrenaline, and the algorithm kept the taps wide open. Late-night comedy poured gasoline on the frenzy. A smirking host quipped that the newest UK-US trade deal required Meghan to surrender her Instagram password in exchange for tea imports, detonating laughter sharper than applause. Another monologue compared the photo leak to a Kardashian season finale. Only this episode comes with a coat of arms. Jokes framed the saga as a spectator sport, and spectators stick around for carnage. Punchlines traveled faster than press releases, cementing the yacht rumor in pop culture concrete before dawn. Not everyone was amused. Loyal supporters insisted the image was deepfake fodder. One influencer dissected pixels under 20 filters, pronouncing the skin tone half a degree too warm for authentic Meghan lighting. Critics crowed that the yacht rumor finally had its smoking gun. Engagement soared, body language analysts, yacht brokers, and even a sommelier guessing vintages from bubble patterns piled on. The debate wasn't about truth anymore. It was about traction, and traction equals power in 2025. Then came the sucker punch nobody predicted. Without warning, a streaming giant dropped a docu-series titled From Suits to Sales: The Duchess Before the Crown. Trailers spliced archival lifestyle shots with drone footage of Mediterranean sunsets, while a silver-haired steward claimed Meghan once requested rosé, the color of quiet suffering. Producers boasted about verification, yet a microscopic disclaimer whispered that certain scenes were dramatized. The line between documentary and entertainment blurred faster than spilled champagne down teak steps, and viewers devoured every pixel as if it were sworn testimony. Episode 1 trended before sunrise. Clips spread like digital confetti. Meghan laughing on an aft deck, teaching a yoga influencer the mantra, "Self-love is networking," and posing beside friends whose names immediately began trending too. Comment sections split into rival camps, Team Let Her Live versus Team Told You So, while neutral spectators munched popcorn emoji. Suddenly, the narrative wasn't about one photograph, it was about how a modern royal collides with the archival permanence of the internet. Silence from Montecito spoke louder than any press release. Crisis consultants usually appear with heartfelt letters or philanthropic side quests, yet Sussex socials went dark. Absence instantly became content in itself, fueling speculation loops. Even Harry, normally the defiant sidekick in this royal buddy movie, seemed stuck in buffering mode. A Tumblr account that tracks his emotional weather patterns claimed he was last seen sitting in the chicken coop, yoga mat in lap, whispering that it hadn't been networking, it had been fate. Paparazzi caught only blurred feathers, yet the imagined scene morphed into folklore. Late-night hosts joked he might launch a mindfulness podcast called Cluck If You Need Me, and influencer betting markets briefly offered odds on it. Meanwhile, merch entrepreneurs pounced. T-shirts blared, "Yacht happens," coffee mugs shouted, "Brand over truth," and a scented candle promised hints of rosé and regret. Irony shoppers clicked add to cart faster than critics could tweet screenshots. Every sale reinforced the storyline that Meghan's past had resurfaced like a ghost ship, unstoppable, profitable, and somehow fragrant. Knockoff phone cases, crochet tote bags, and even air fresheners shaped like crowns appeared overnight on marketplace apps, each tagged with irreverent captions and disappearing from inventory before sunrise. Friends who once defended her began hedging sentences with "allegedly" and "reportedly." Credibility erodes first at the edges, like paint peeling before a storm truly hits. Journalists reopened old leads, tabloids stitched montages, and historians argued over whether royal myth-making can survive meme culture. One scholar claimed medieval kings faced rumors of sorcery, so a yacht was hardly fatal. Another countered that sorcery never arrived in 4K resolution. The conversation soon outgrew Meghan herself. Commentators asked why society applauds men for wild 20s, yet expects women to erase theirs. Others highlighted the class double standard, celebrate a prince who marries an actress, then scold the actress for enjoying wealthy friends' toys. Every argument poured fresh fuel, turning a single snapshot into a referendum on privilege, gender, and the politics of reinvention. Beneath the hot takes lurked a cooler question. Does deleting history ever work anymore? Digital life is endlessly archived, replicated, and recontextualized by strangers who owe you nothing. Attempting to scrub the past can look more suspicious than the original act, like wiping fingerprints in a room full of cameras. Viewers smelled that cover-up motif and clung to it like gossip lifeboats. Each day delivered a new mini-twist. A lifestyle blogger apologized for sharing the yacht image, claiming she'd been misled, which sparked accusations of hush payments. A former crew member surfaced on a podcast hinting at polite but pointed requests from Meghan's circle. When pressed for proof, he laughed, saying confidentiality clauses felt so 2014, a throwaway line that rocketed up trending charts. The drip of anecdotes kept curiosity simmering without ever letting facts congeal. Then, the South Park writers sharpened their pens, airing an episode where a cartoon duchess tries to manufacture organic relatability by buying a second-hand yacht and filling it with borrowed puppies. The parody turned brand strategy meetings into cultish chants of curate, eliminate, elevate. Jokes crystallized perception faster than press briefings, and by morning, borrowed puppies had become shorthand for forced authenticity. Rumors swirled that advisors considered legal action over the docu-series, though lawyers privately discouraged it. Suing would keep the story alive longer than any meme ever could. Instead, insiders drafted a stay-silent roadmap, monitor sentiment graphs, and pivot with philanthropy once the storm passed. Whether that plan existed or not, the public interpreted every pause as calculation. Ironically, the more analysts dissected the tactical silence, the less control she appeared to have. Narrative had sprinted into the chaotic plaza where jokes, opinions, and half-truths jostle for virality. Media theorists call this decentralization. I call it a free buffet where everyone brings a megaphone. Attempts to spotlight charity work were drowned out by yacht gifts. A comment summed it up. I'm happy she digs wells, but did she order the rosé? By week 3, boredom hovered, yet a leaked memo from an agency reignited sparks, advising future Meghan projects to lean into authenticity without maritime references. Instantly, gifs of yachts flooded timelines. Trying to ban a joke online is like banning wind. Mention the rule, and a breeze appears. Commentators mocked the memo's jargon, yet secretly admired its accidental poetry. Stakeholders were told to sail toward transparency while anchoring purpose in shared values. Screenshots of the phrase, "anchor your purpose," became motivational posters, desktop wallpapers, and parody hoodies within a single afternoon. Some voices pleaded for empathy, arguing everyone deserves youthful privacy. Even those posts admitted the photo's magnetism. A psychologist likened celebrity history to a public Rorschach test. We project, judge, and feel superior or protective depending on mood. Ambiguity kept the debate alive long after fresh facts evaporated. Discussion refused to end. Eventually, Meghan broke her silence through a 2-line Foundation newsletter. I remain focused on uplifting communities with dignity. No mention of boats or bubbles, just corporate calm. Meme accounts paired the quote with looping clips of yachts sailing into sunsets, harvesting millions of views. As the frenzy cooled, only one truth stayed afloat. In 2025, a single photograph can outpace palace walls, PR budgets, and decades of crafted image. Laughter, especially animated and shareable, slides past formal defenses like water through planks. Meghan's past isn't scandalous because she sipped wine on a deck. It's scandalous because the attempt to ghost that deck made the story sparkle brighter. If there's any lesson, it's this. Authenticity isn't a filter you toggle when the algorithm demands. Histories, even glamorous imperfect ones, eventually surface. Try to sync them and they float higher, meme ready. Brand managers read this saga like a cautionary manual. Comedians mine it for punchlines. Somewhere that old yacht photo lives on hard drives, waiting to drift back into view whenever the next reboot of Meghan's persona sets sail.